remember, as I taught last week, when you've totally realized the actualization of La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah is the ultimate negation and the ultimate affirmation. When you have totally eliminated all illahs out of your heart and there remains nothing but Allah, and you have totally turned your back to the attractions of this dunya and the allurements of this dunya, and you have sought the forgiveness of Allah and sought the forgiveness of Allah and sought protection from shaitan, and there remains nothing. When you become as you came into the world with nothing in your heart, even if you possess the world of wealth, it's like nothing to you. Doesn't mean anything. In fact, the more you have, the more you give, because you have no connection to the dunya. When you take this path, the path of the food, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you what we call witnessing. You will see the reality of La ilaha illallah. And you will see the reality of Muhammad Rasulullah. And if Allah truly blesses you, you will see Rasulullah. You will see Rasulullah from the love, the Nuri Muhammad, from the love of the light of Muhammad. You will see Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, you will see in your dreams. And if Allah truly loves you, He will allow you to visit Rasulullah. Because we say, the Quran tells us, say not of those who die in the way of Allah that they are dead, but they live, but you perceive not their means of living. Don't say that they're dead. So if that goes for the shaheed, one who dies in the way of Allah, whether it's in a physical battlefield, or whether it's one who dies striving and fighting against their nafs in the way of Allah. If that goes for them, how much more would you think that applies to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, anyone that visits me in my grave, or when I visit my grave, and they send salams upon me, I will receive those prayers and send them back to them. For us, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, though he did pass through the realm of what we call death, to us, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not dead. But he exists in a way that we do not, he lives in a way that we cannot understand. So when the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has become totally injected and infused into your heart, and you become an example and an exemplar of the love of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you have turned away from all the things of this world, and you have totally disconnected from all of the attractions of the dunya, and you have sought upon the tariqah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, following the path of Shaykh Abdu, and you sit with a living example of a Shaykh in his presence. With one glance, you could be taken to the level of who? With one glance. In one glance, what may take 20 years of dhikr, 20 years of fasting, 20 years of extra prayers can happen in one glance. One touch. This is what we strive for. This is what we pray for. This is why we come together. This is why we are family. We pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove from our hearts all of the connection to this world of illusion. Why? Because, as I give the example many times, I always give the example of taking a piece of paper, and you lick the piece of paper, you stick it on the wall. When it comes time to separate from the wall, even though the paper is connected to the wall, you just flick it, and it goes. But if you take that same piece of paper and put crazy glue on it and connect it to the wall, even when it's time to separate, it's a painful separation for the paper before it's all gone. because there's a residual, there's a connection to the wall that the paper don't want to separate. So in order to get all of the paper off, you have to scrape it. So be our souls at the time of the passing, at the moment of death. The more connection we have to this dunya, the more painful the separation is going to be. This is why Jalaluddin Rumi, Rahimahullah, said, die before you die in order that you may live. Die to this dunya. Die to this, take out of your heart the hubb of dunya, the love of this world, and put in your heart the love of Islam, the love of Rasulullah, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then when the separation comes, and the separation will come, and that there is no doubt. When the separation does come, it'll be easy. It'll be like the flicking the paper off the wall. As we were taught, when the soul is drawn out of the body, for those who have disconnected their hearts from this dunya, it will be a very easy transition. But for those who are drowning in the hubb of dunya, the love of dunya, their ruh, their spirit, their soul does not want to go. It doesn't want to go. So it's going to be a very painful separation. But there are people amongst us right now who are already dead to this. Already dead to it. They've died so that they may live. But we pray for them. We want to die to this world. We want to separate from the love of this world. We want to separate from our connections of this world. That's why we're told in the Quran about if any of the things of this dunya, our husband, our wives, our father, our mothers, our tribes, our jobs, anything of this dunya is more important to us than Allah, His Messenger, and striving peace of Allah. Then know that Allah has no need for the fasted food. We're told this. So anything in our lives must be connected within the framework of our mission and purpose in life, which is to serve and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, I'm going to ask Shaykh to say a few words, to speak, and give us some nasiyah, some guidance, and give us some light, nur, because he's coming with the nur of Shaykh Jalani, and coming with the nur of Sultan Bahu, and coming with the nur of Shaykh Abdu Jalani. We are blessed to have him in our circle. We are blessed to have him in our presence. May Allah continue to bless him and bless all the members of the Jama'ah, my Jama'ah. And see, if I did not have permission to say what I'm saying, believe me, he would not let me say it. I couldn't say this. He would be like, Shaykh, like, no, I'm telling you in front of him. His Shaykh is my Shaykh. His Shaykh, my Shaykh. His Shaykh, my Shaykh. Your Shaykh, my Shaykh. I was sitting in the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's masjid right near the bench, the Ahl-Suf, the bench of the Sufa. I said, Salaam alaikum rahmatullah, Salaam alaikum rahmatullah. When I turned to the left, Shaykh Hassan Sisi was sitting right next to me. Right next to me. I said, Shaykh Hassan. He knew me. He said, oh, Shaykh Rasheed. He said, we were on Hajj. He said, no, I want you to be my personal guest. I want you to go around the Kaaba with you, labbaik Allahumma labbaik. I said, Shaykh, I have a group. I can't leave them. He said, okay, there were no cell phones then. He said, okay, here's my personal number. I told you I was in Colorado with Sheikh Shabazz, and he was the Khalifa of the American Tijani, and that land in Colorado was the same as the land of the Muslims in America that they have all around the country. He's Sheikh Shabazz, who was the Khalifa of the Tijani American, said, Sheikh, a part of this land is yours. And I used to talk with Sheikh Hassan Sisi on the phone all the time. So you're Sheikh, my Sheikh. You're Sheikh, my Sheikh. This man Sheikh, definitely my Sheikh. I've seen him many, many times since that day. Many times. Like old friends. Many times. felt his presence even more tonight. Even though someone say, how do you see him? He's not here, he hasn't been here. No, we have a special way of seeing each other. You can believe it or believe it not. So this is an honored night. You are greatly privileged. I'm telling you to have this man in your presence because you already drank from the cup of Shaykh. So you know the Muridi nectar. But to have the wine of Qadri Fuqr, have the wine of Shaykh Sultan Bahu, to have the wine of Shaykh Abdu Jalani in our presence, we're honored and blessed. So no more for me to say, Shaykh, please, it's your family. Listen.